Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are the Podstars, and we are your favorite movie channel podcast, right?
That works.
That works. We're going to polish it up eventually. Give us a week or two. We're going to have it written down, and I'm going to read off a prompter. But today, we're going to talk to you guys about, finally, Avengers Infinity War. This will be a spoiler review. So if you haven't watched it yet, or you haven't read the Facebook post and got spoiled what goes on, click off this, watch the movie, then come back. So before I get into the nitty-gritty of all the scenes, we're not going to do a full recap because, you guys watched it already. I want to talk to you guys and see if we've been waiting for this movie for about 10 years. Maybe some less, some more. Some more because, we've been wanting this since you were a little kid.
It's been 10 years in the making. It's been 6 years since we've been waiting for Thanos. Mm-hmm. And it's been about 3 years since we knew this movie was going to come out.
Yes. This is...
Oh, the numbers. Man did the friggin' maths.
All right. So, did this movie live up to your expectations?
Bro! It was great.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I thought you said no.
No, it was great.
I thought you said no.
You screwed the audio with the entire damn video.
Sorry.
You bastard.
Was he that? Can you see what he had?
No, but he's going to have a huge spike, so when I raise our voices... Him doing that, he's going to blow people's ear out.
Oh.
We're going to put a warning on the bottom, don't worry. You start.
Yeah, go on.
You interjected.
Man. The Russo brothers.
They do good.
Took a comic book.
Yeah.
Ripped it off the page.
Yeah.
Put it on the big screen.
Not really.
Why do you talk? Anyways, alright, so I thought the movie was really good, man. I thought it was well put together. Thanos and Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Same person.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God you said that.
I was like, he said Thanos and Josh Brolin. I was like, all right, where are you going with this?
He did a great job, man.
He plays a pretty big role in Deadpool as well,
Yeah, fuck that. Anyways, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. I think he did a great job, man. He literally embodied me and my brother were talking about it, and you could literally relate to what he was thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His plan wasn't oh my God, this is ludicrous. No, it was actually, it made sense.
To him.
To me too. It made sense to me.
To the mad type.
I understand why he's doing it, but he's crazy for doing it.
Right.
I said the same thing after I left the theater with my brother.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, he's got a point. And I was like, wow, it's messed up. I was like, yeah, you can
It's
kill
messed
everybody,
yeah.
but you're gonna you have no world hunger. Everybody can have a job. You can have like this. Everybody's gonna be doing things. It's gonna be all right.
I see his reasoning. I don't agree with his reasoning because
I'm not saying I agree with
you're gonna say you can double the resources of the universe and that'd be okay.
Just freaking crop some potatoes.
It doesn't work that way.
It's finite.
Did you know that our population has gone up in has it been 10 years? We've gone 40% in 10 years. Because people have been
since the beginning of the MC universe.
People have been talking about this we could just double the resources or whatnot, or even him killing half the universe. We would just get back to it in a couple of years.
Right,
it wouldn't be that long.
Right.
So it's not a finite plan, but he's a mad titan. He has to talk this through.
Right.
By the way, I couldn't say I was in favor of genocide. I had to let somebody else say it before me because, of course, the white guy said it. So
when I heard his explanation, I was like, okay, I see his point.
Yeah.
I was like, however,
that's the thing.
You could take that wasteland of a planet of yours and make it a complete planet of produce.
That's not going to be enough, though.
It's
tight. But anyway.
Moving on. Before I think I'm a weird Genesis or whatever, genocidist, whatever.
Shout out to Genesis.
What?
Go on.
So anyways.
That's such an intro. You can't make those.
So, wow, I lost my train of thought. Thanks for
Of course you do.
Wow.
All right.
Anyway, he's relatable. He was relatable. I like the fact that he believed in his plan. And as a villain, I think he's number one.
Now, let me...
Yeah, for Marvel, yeah. Wow, sorry.
No. Let's move on.
All right. No, let's go into that. I'm going to ask you that question.
Yeah, why don't you think
So, do you think Thanos, now we've seen him in full action in this movie that we've been waiting for, do you think he is the best Marvel Cinematic villain?
No.
Who do you think is?
Either Eric Killmonger or Red Skull.
Oh, you're so racist.
You're crazy.
No, because they...
You're crazy.
Wait, they have such good motivation.
Wait, no. Who'd you
as
say?
Eric Killmonger
and
Red Skull.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Red Skull come up, mind blowing,
Yeah.
brilliant,
Yeah,
brilliant.
Great cameo. Wasn't the same actor, but still a good cameo because we now have definitive. Yeah, not the same person. We have a definitive end game of what happened in Red Skull because you all saw him like in Captain America, the first Avenger. He gets teleported off to.
But now he's
God
free.
knows where. Oh yeah, because the stones are all like they've kicked off.
He was supposed to guard the
Soul Stone.
Soul Stone.
I mean,
People, he wasn't in the
I'm gonna say he's free, but like, I like those villains because they have good motivation.
Okay.
They were tremendous in their movies because they weren't. Captain America and Black Panther were kind of played off of them, and they were like your hero is defined by how good your villain is. Who was the second villain in Iron Man 2?
Whiplash?
No, the other one.
It was
Hammer.
Hammer.
Justin Hammer.
Yeah, he was really good too, but he wasn't the primary villain. Whiplash was, so you don't remember who he was. So he's good, but he wasn't as good as say the primary villains in those other movies. I say that Thanos is in my top 5.
Okay, so what's your top 5 right now? Let him speak.
crazy.
Red Skull, Eric Killmonger, Thanos.
You can stop there. That's fine.
Vulture.
Yeah, there you go, Vulture.
Yeah, okay.
And no, you're right, Loki. Loki's a good one
Yeah, of
too.
course I'm right.
Wow.
Fair enough. I disagree. I would not put Red Skull above Thanos. Well, what do you mean? I'm racist. He's
He's
a
a
racist.
Nazi.
I would say. I think I'm going to go in the same camp. I think Thanos, maybe number 1, if not close second, would be Eric Killmonger. Them two back and forth, and then I would say like Vulture would be like 3.
That's the thing too, though. Like, they kill off the.
They change so much.
Spoilers, but they kill off these characters for a reason to make the movie have a definitive ending, and you waste so many good characters and actors.
Well, some of them you have to, like in Black Panther, you had to kill them off.
No, you didn't. No, okay, he didn't want to be in prison, but you didn't have to kill him off. Like Black Panther in the comics never beats Eric Killmonger. He does like a heart attack.
All right, we hit the rabbit hole right there. I'm gonna go turn it to you, Miguel. So some people are arguing online, and some people have the belief that this is a great movie or role, but it's not a whole movie. And I know you're in the camp that believes it's a whole movie, and I'm in the belief that it is not a whole movie.
What?
Yeah.
That's what you meant.
Yeah.
So
So why don't you explain that controversy over a little bit and your thoughts more on that?
All right. Well, some people in like forums or YouTube comments or what have you, or next to me, didn't like the ending or the film or a portion of the film because the way it ended. You have the villains losing, you have Thanos winning, and then
heroes losing.
What did I say?
You said villains.
I'm sorry. You have the heroes losing, and the villain, which is Thanos, winning. And people are like, it's an incomplete movie. It's left on a quote unquote cliffhanger. I don't agree with that. I think a cliffhanger would be Matrix Reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
That they were in the middle of an action scene, and he does something, everyone's shocked, and then it fades to black.
Roll credits.
Yeah, that's a cliffhanger. This is a
Thanos on a farm.
Beginning.
Ending.
Yeah, it's.
He did.
Thanos was the main character of this movie.
Yeah.
There was a beginning. He had his plan. He had some hiccups. There was a middle. He was getting close to his plan. The ending came. He won. He did what he had to do, and once he completed his mission, he did exactly what he said he was going to do during the middle of the movie. Sit down at his house or whatever how he lives at and watch the sunset, and that was it. And then the movie ends.
So, in contrary to you, by the way, I still think it's a great movie, one of the best.
Sorry, no. Also, the only reason we consider it a cliffhanger is because we know as fans is that there's a movie coming out in 12 months.
That does my head in.
If Marvel never gave out the slate and they just said, this is the 3rd Avenger movies, who knows if we'll make another one, that is a movie beginning, middle, and end. Complete. No cliffhanger.
I really wish they would stop doing that.
I understand your belief. Mm-hmm. I disagree with you 100%.
I mean, people could be wrong.
So when you look at it, I know you're wrong. So there's 2 ways of looking at this movie. So it's not, if it's a Thanos movie, I see your point. Mm-hmm. So like, if we're like, Thanos is our vision character. So like, he's the guy we're watching throughout the whole movie. In that aspect, it's a complete movie. He's got the stones. He has a plan. He beats the villain. Well, in this case, you role reverse, right? He's the hero. They're the villain. He beats all the villains, kills them all, retires, goes back to the country and his farm, and like he's happy, right? But that's not the case. Our our point of view character is not Thanos. It is the Avengers.
It depends on who you ask.
It depends on who you ask. Yes, of course. Yeah. What's the name of the movie? Thank you. Okay.
Right now, when
All right. So let me finish. I'll let you talk. Let me
Go
finish.
ahead.
All right. So the reason this is a great movie, but when you look at this as a whole, it's not a closed off movie because you don't really need to watch everything else. You could just kind of go into this blindly, but then you're like, oh, what happened to Civil War? Like any of these major events of Marvel comic books, like you don't have to start off with it, but it's better if you do read it up so you get more of the things. And at the end, nothing gets really wrapped up in it, in my opinion. This is like the perfect like climax. This is the perfect like second part of a three-phase movie. So you got the intro, middle, and end. Like this is all middle right here. And the reason I'm saying that because we don't see the resolution at the end, and I disagree with you 100%. Even if I didn't know anything, if you're not seeing the heroes win, or like everything's wrapped up, they left too many loose ends for me to say this is a complete movie.
But there's movies, there are films that the heroes don't win.
I
You just
understand.
become accustomed to seeing these people win no matter what, and
All right.
having plot armor, and no one ever getting phased by every world-ending event, and everyone comes out like unscratched.
So what movie does that happen in? Where they lose? And everything's wrapped up.
We'll come back and I will give you a list.
All right.
Like off the top of my head, I will give you a list of movies of villains that win.
So
So the storytelling norm of the hero's journey, the hero wins, right?
Netflix's last thing with the family that the cops killed the son. Has anybody seen that?
Lost in
7 seconds or whatever?
I heard about it.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. The bad guys win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's happened.
It's also a
lot.
TV series and not a movie.
Well,
And it's also not following
what
the
you're saying
hero's
is-
journey
So what you're saying is,
like this.
that there's no like you can't make a story where the villain wins in a movie.
No,
Like, that's allowed?
no, that's
I thought you
100%
just said-
allowed.
what you just
But
said?
if you're following
It's
the
a
hero's
TV
journey,
series.
if you're following the hero's journey,
But heroes
and the
don't
hero's
always win.
journey, in the hero's journey, yes, they do. At
No,
the
they
end, they do.
don't.
Oh.
Isn't there a Final Fantasy where they lose? Like completely, like you lose the game, like you
Final Fantasy 15.
yeah, I don't know. It was like a older one.
Really?
Yeah, there was one of them that.
Wow.
They get screwed in that video.
Thanks.
That's
That's not what I meant. I meant there was an older one. It was a really old one, like Final Fantasy 2 or 3. Like the villain actually.
Anyway,
All right,
all right.
So even if I take so let's put that aside. Even if we don't like they lose, fine. We can still have a whole ending story. Cool. There was still a lot of like integral plot points that happened in the previous movies that were not wrapped up in this. So something on the very smaller scale, Natalia and Hulk. I mean, they even made the reference of like, oh, this is awkward. We never see that, like, him leaving her. They never talk about that.
Italian who?
Yeah, because the Hulk's never.
I said
He,
Hulk.
he's never
No,
dated Natalia.
No, yeah, but they had the first thing and then they left.
I mean, he had a thing with Natasha.
I
meant Natasha.
I was like,
I'm sorry.
I'm like, who are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Mr. The villains win or lose, whatever. We make mistakes. Anyway, so we don't see the the reconciliation of that. And even on the bigger scale, Captain America and Iron Man, we don't see them talk at all during this whole movie.
Sometimes shit like that happens.
No, you gotta have them. At least they have like to talk it out,
They
to
can't
finish it.
FaceTime.
The last 18 movies have what do you call it? Like pampered us in a way that it's like no matter what, these guys are gonna like dodge bullets and meteorites and be able to look at the camera, make a quick, and then go back and get the lady. That's what Marvel has made us accustomed to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The Russo brothers were like, no, y'all some grown ass people, and
Yeah, I asked for this. And he said it.
and
He said
welcome to reality.
Yeah.
Shit like this happens
it. They said it.
sometimes.
You guys asked people to die.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna give you what you want.
There's nothing wrong with people dying. There's nothing wrong with people dying.
And then
People die all the time.
and not even like if it was the last movie, I would say they had huge balls of doing what they did. This is part one.
I understand.
So,
But I'm saying, like, you're saying that the
How
only
would
reason
you want-
you're saying it's a complete movie is because you can watch this and be
but how would
done.
you want this movie to end?
No, I want it to be like this. Or I'm just saying that it's not a complete movie. It's
Okay.
part one
Okay.
of a two-part movie.
Okay.
Just like, Deathly Hallows.
Harry
Don't
Potter.
talk about Harry Potter, man.
No, I'm saying, like look at it like it's one. You can't just watch the first part of that movie, like that.
It's a book.
But in both, like the movie, they don't win. They don't even see. Both
No,
of
yeah,
them.
yeah, but like it's only half of one movie.
Yeah,
even though it's a full
that's
movie.
completely half of one movie.
This is still completely one half of one
No,
movie.
they lost.
Yeah, but
It's not
still
like
one half.
Harry like died and like no, like they lost. Mad people died.
Yes.
I never seen the last two, so I don't know how the last one ended.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
I don't care. I do not care.
Cool.
But I'm saying it's probably similar to Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolution, right?
Got it,
Yeah.
I never saw those two. I only watched the first one.
Wow. Well, you know what? You dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, but anyway. So
Literally. Yeah, get it? Segue.
Go on.
So fuck your point of view.
It's only one half of a full movie. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
That's how.
Yeah, but that was a bad reference with that.
But yeah, it's two separate movies in one movie.
Oh my god. Anyway. All right. So Thanos, I think, because you said he's in your top 3, right?
Top 5.
Yeah.
He's top 3.
He might be my number 1, but I have to rewatch Infinity War. I have to rewatch Black Panther, and I have to rewatch, Loki in the original Thor.
Oh,
I just gotta say though.
Huh?
I just gotta say about Thanos when he said you should have went for the head. He went.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
That was great.
Yeah. No, like when Thor hit him, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna walk away from this, and then like he pushed the axe in. I was like,
good.
ooh, oh wow, is it really happening? Like they really won? Like Thor, Hail Mary, really? That's what happened?
And his arm, it's a brute arm that he's holding.
Yeah.
Thor had some moments though that made my cinema go mental.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Like coming out onto Earth from
Oh
Stormbreaker.
my god.
Days. That
When he
was
jumped up and the lightning in the sky.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. People were like, "Oh, he's going off, man. He's doing it. He's probably doing it."
Yeah,
Same with ours. We were freaking out.
I don't know.
Did you guys go together?
Yeah.
I was in the front row. He was behind me.
What was this?
Thursday. Thursday. Yeah, so like I don't know why.
You went again without us?
I don't know why it took so long for directors of Thor to say like, oh okay, yeah, he controls lightning.
If which one of you said Thanos was the main character?
Me.
All right, if Thanos was the main character, Thor was right under him.
Correct.
Yeah,
Thor went.
I agree with this.
So some people were upset that, and this leads into the next one, which is great. Thank you. Some people were upset that some people got shafted. You know,
like Captain America 6 lines.
Yeah, Captain America was shortchanged, and then
there was just too much to do. I mean, logistically, how are you going to do
it? Yeah, like there's too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's too much, and you had to evenly try to cut people. And Thor, they gave him a side quest, one to put a hammer or a weapon on this man's hand, and you had to find a way to get him one because he can't just go to Asgard. It doesn't exist. He can't go to Odin. No one exists.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kick him somewhere to go get it.
You gotta get Pinker
And
Dinklage in a pretty bad accent.
Yeah.
Right? I thought it was a bad accent.
It was a terrible accent.
Oh, who are you talking about?
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, it was bad.
The dwarf.
The character.
We want
was,
the Game of Thrones audience. Like,
the character was good.
Well, listen, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It was funny that he was big.
Yeah, but he's still a dwarf.
But he's still a dwarf. He's a big dwarf.
Mate, we need you to be a dwarf. But you're gonna love this one, man. You're like the tallest dwarf in the world.
Yeah.
He's probably like, oh yeah, I'm down.
So, he had his own thing. Obviously, Tony had a bunch of stuff going on.
So Tony's fight scenes were great with his new suit.
But his new suit,
phenomenal.
I have to admit, I did not think I would like the fight scenes in this movie. They were really good for all the reasons why I don't like fighting scenes.
Well, one thing that we didn't see a lot of, and I thought of you, we didn't see a lot of combo moves.
Oh my days, you know me!
I know.
I'm a slut
The
for
only
team
thing-
attack. I love that stuff.
slut for team attack.
The only thing we saw was Doctor Strange with Star-Lord for a little bit,
And
and
Spider-Man.
then with Spider-Man.
Magic kick.
Magic kick.
And Winter Soldier and Rocket Raccoon.
That was good.
No.
Rabbit Raccoon.
Just doing the spin around.
I love that stuff, man.
That
I
was
can do
good.
all that
The
stuff.
exchange between the two, he's like, I'm gonna get that arm.
Yeah.
How much for the gun? How much for the arm?
This is my true friend. And then he's like,
This is my friend Drew.
That was so quintessential, like sincere.
You copied my beard.
Though. Like I love those little things. Like people make. That's how you make characters, though. Like little things like that. That speaks to people because it's not like I beat the villain or I've done like the hero's journey. No, it's him jumping on a grenade. It's him saying a group I am Steve Rogers. Stuff like that. Those make characters.
So let me ask you guys a question now. So we don't want you guys to be here all day. I think it's time for the everybody's favorite part when we do review stuff like this.
The grapes.
This what?
The grapes.
No,
no
nobody has
favorite part.
grapes.
Except favorite
We got grapes.
You have grapes?
We got wine.
I have a grape.
I like Grimace. That was a funny line. No, when I'm talking about.
I don't think I didn't like about the movie.
Oh.
That's why I only got a 9. Not a 10.
Oh.
A 9?
You got a 9 for you?
Nah, you took a whole point out of something you didn't like. Wow.
I gave it a 9.5.
You guys are being generous.
Really?
Oh shit!
Really?
I was thinking a 9. I want to say.
I gave it like a 9.8. Yeah.
All right, really? In my heart of hearts, I'm lying with a 9.5. I want to give it a 9. I can't give it a 9.5.
It wasn't perfect, but it was a great fucking it was a great. All right, I like how they didn't follow the Avengers bullshit story thing. You know what I mean?
The comic book.
Sorry. What? No, like the how Age of Ultron and whatever, with basically the same movie just on a bigger scale.
Oh.
And I was afraid of that, and they didn't do that at all, which is great.
So what's your gripe with this movie?
Vision was a piece of shit. He was literally, yo, you have a Mind Stone. You're getting your ass whooped.
Yeah, I thought
the whole movie. Not one part of the movie did he not get his ass whooped.
But think about it. He's never
he got
been able to tap into that power.
Ever. But you think the fate of the universe is in hand, you can tap a little bit into it.
I disagree. I think it's because he got wounded behind, he got that sneak attack, and then he couldn't heal, and then he kept getting hurt because he couldn't recover.
One, he's never tapped into that thing. He's only shot the beam. From it. That's you know what I mean.
If it's speaking to him, it should have fucking done something. All right.
But I have a caveat to what you're talking about. And go on.
And I was gonna say that he immediately got taken out. Once that thing he couldn't heal at all. He didn't heal for the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
at all.
He just kept getting weaker and weaker.
And he couldn't phase either.
Yeah, after the first one, his phasing was gone.
Yeah, his phasing was gone. And then every time he got sliced, he was just losing strength. He's on par with Thor, if anything, when it comes to strength. Look what he did to Ultron.
That's what I'm saying.
I can see that.
That's my gripe.
Ultron was scared of 3 people.
But that's not correct. You were in Wakanda, and then no one was yo, let's kill one of our best fighters.
Well, they got to take the Mind Stone.
That's fine. Someone could have him at least a little bit.
At the same time,
a little bit, something, bro. He's a machine. It's not like a fucking.
That's the thing. I was going to say the comment to what you're talking about is he's a machine. He's not a person. He's not. The Mind Stone. I'd say the resource of the Mind Stone was going into him, making him into having a soul. Because there's like Banner says, it's Stark, it's Banner, it's one other. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, the Mind Stone
and the Mind Stone. And Jarvis. Those 4 minds were melding into making him to a person. If the resources are finite, because even Scarlet Witch, she isn't destroying the goddamn thing. So it's not like it's
that was messed up.
It's this big indestructible thing. It's a device that's meant to be combined with the other fucking.
What I'm saying is he got his ass whooped the whole time, and no one decided to.
Let me tell you why they did that. Before we get to favorite scenes and speculation, let me tell you why they did this, and I think it was very smart.
Here we go.
Same reason they did this with Hulk, but that Hulk couldn't
Wait, continue.
Terrible PTSD.
For plot reasons, you have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine if
Same thing with
Hulk and Vision.
They'd be too strong, so they had to do something, and they did it very smart.
I got Hulk then.
The Hulk, he got essentially PTSD. He got knocked out by somebody just as strong. He's a better fighter.
Just as strong? Nah.
He's sundered.
I think no. Without the stone, I think the strength is they're the same. If he had no stones, but he's just a better fighter.
Did he use?
That's what I said. He's a better fighter
against Hulk.
Yeah, he had 2 of them already.
Yeah.
No, I know he did.
Or one.
Did he
No, he didn't. He didn't do punch.
Because he clearly needs to do that because when Stark puts the thing in his hand, he can't clench anymore. He doesn't use the stones. And oh my days! I mean, sorry to digress and whatnot, but this fight against Doctor Strange and Iron Man was brilliant. Those fights for all the wrong reasons, which is amazing.
So, getting back to my point, we're limited time here, buddy. Where was I? Yes. So. They had to do that, Hulk, so that way you cannot have Hulk again fighting. It'd be too much power, especially with a powered up Thor. And then Vision, I thought was very smart the way they did that, because he's going to eventually die with the Mind Stone. But you have him weak in the beginning, he can't phase. 1, saves him on budget. But 2, it's all right, as you have another big power hitter gone. So the only reason I think Thanos succeeded was all the power hitters. 1, they were all separated.
That's what
and two, they were a weak in numbers already.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
I still think that he should have done something.
All right.
Let's get into favorite scene. Favorite scene. I'm gonna go with he's crying. I'm gonna let him stew.
All right.
I'm gonna let you go first.
I'm crying.
Favorite scene.
Is it a fight scene? Is it when they're talking?
Honestly, probably the Captain America reveal in whatever
on the train,
whatever European country they were at.
They were in
Scotland. It wasn't. It wasn't
racist.
It was that that's my guy. Captain America is my guy. So the minute I saw him, I was like,
That made it for you?
yeah, that was it. Anything with Captain America is like my thing.
For me, it's gonna sound weird.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the fight scenes, because I feel like it's too generic of an answer to put that in.
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
I would say when Peter had the gun to Gamora and was about to shoot, and he was crying, and he was freaking out, and Thanos was like, "Do it, do it." He pushed closer, and then he actually pulled the trigger.
And he's like,
and it went bubbles.
He's talking about Star-Lord. Just
Peter Quill, Star Wars.
Peter
Yeah.
Quill.
No, Peter Parker.
Yeah,
Not the alliteration.
Well, they know.
I
they saw the
always
movie.
thought he was talking about Spider-Man. I was like, wait, he's talking about
Yeah, but they saw the movie.
Yeah, well, now everybody's gonna be like, oh, Peter Quill.
Star Lord. When Star Lord, and then like you felt
They're not
like the emotion with all three of them,
Yeah.
and like she's crying because she's being captured, and she knows she has to get this done, and he doesn't want to do it, but like he swore and he did it. I thought it was very nice to see that character growth between them, and that group especially is the very goofy group. Everybody's like, oh, they're just fun and goofy.
Yeah.
And you see depth to them, which was nice.
By the way, I want to interject just to
No.
back you up with the whole. It's a 2-part movie.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Fine.
Me and Miguel were talking about it earlier. Well, not here, but Doctor Strange said it was the only way to win.
Yes.
So it is a 2-part movie.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but if you didn't know,
It's one movie into 2 parts. Yeah.
If you didn't know the next movie was fucking coming out, this could be considered just a.
All right, Isan, what is your favorite scene?
Thor holding open the.
Oh.
That was cool.
It's not a Dyson sphere. What is it?
I don't know.
Like,
A star.
Gyroscope? I don't fucking know.
yeah, like
A
the
star.
forge. He was holding open the forge, the
Yeah,
sun
yeah.
forge. That was like that made my cinema go mental.
That was good.
They did that a lot,
They should make a show out of that.
and honestly, like if we're not talking about just about scenes, the scene where Peter dies or Spider-Man dies, like,
Oh
a woman,
my God.
a woman like
I see it a
open.
little bit.
Like
I
screamed
thought-
out, she was bawling, she was full on. It wasn't like, oh, I got a tear here. No, not a tear. No, she was full on, just like losing it when he died. And I heard someone passed out
Someone passed out. Yeah.
at the end of the movie.
Oh man.
Yeah, they had to fucking get.
Emergency services,
yeah,
like they come out and like to help them out because they took them out of the hospital. Yeah.
All right, Zach. You're the last one. Make it count.
Damn.
You're our climax.
Damn.
Be a good one.
The snap, man, honestly. I
The
didn't
just
That's
snap.
fair.
That's
Snap,
fine.
bro.
That's fine.
The precursor to the Ashen.
They did.
And they kept hitting it throughout the
They
whole
did a
movie.
lot of snaps. They did a lot of foreshadowing.
And finally,
for the
like, he actually did it, and like the whole line, he was like, "You should have went for the head," and just snapped. I was like, "Oh my god, like, it's
snaps.
over."
That was so good.
That's it. In an instant.
Well, I mean, it looks like we're gonna run out of time. If we have the chance, we might do another video, a short video of speculations, what we think is gonna happen in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It was a lot of fun, having this nice heated debate back and forth. We could do this for hours, but we got a time constraint. Thank you so much. I'm Rob Moran.
Miguel.
Oh, my son.
9.8. Zach, sorry.
And wait. What's everybody's official rating? I'm sorry. Hold on.
9.
Like an 8.
9.
9.8.
It's not perfect. There's loads. The score. Never mind. But yeah, I give it an 8.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Please.
Boom.
Boom.